The flags are still strong, and even though he still apologized, Bakugo is still the same arrogant jackass as he's always been. So, well, either way, this is basically a chapter that wraps up the Izuku healing arc story of it all. Hi, it's me, the Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer. My Hero Academia, chapter 327. The first two chapters is just the boys taking a bath in the hot water, as well as helping Izuku to get into the bath. I could have lived without that, but the rest of the things is actually kind of relatable. First of all, Uchako has gone to bed, which is actually too bad. But I guess the romantic scene between Deku and her are gonna have to wait. Elsewhere, the gang begins to bombard Izuku with the questions of what exactly is One for All, because the letter actually only said that he got the power from All Might. It didn't exactly say what One for All truly is. So yeah, Deku's gonna have to explain that. But then Shoto intervenes, saying that he must be exhausted and that he can't really do. They can't really explain it all. And Deku don't feel like he don't want to sleep yet, especially since he has to apologize to All Might. But then All Might has actually returned to school after his pep talk with Stain, and apologizes too that he couldn't really help Deku when he was losing himself emotionally. And even the other class, even Mina shoots out All Might. But and All Might says that I am sorry. And so he also has an inner monologue, is the fact that he may not no longer be an active player on the board, and he convinced himself that, but he will have to crawl through the mud and fight, because he has to see the flames that these kids are doing. Once again, the All Might's death flags are extremely strong, implying that now, whatever All Might will do, I don't know. We have all suspected his death for a long time, but the fact that he is going to do something, and I don't think it's going to be meaningless. I think it's going to be extremely relevant and will help people guide through everything else. He's also mentioning that they have acquired new detail, as well as it's nearly time to muster their forces. The final battle is upon them. And so Deku also apologizes to All Might and saying that those boxes All Might made for him were delicious. And so he and Ida says, together, okay, we shall protect everyone and hold dear. Finally, Izuku is one now. He is now one for all. He will now unite with people. And All Might thanks them as he leaves away. Of course, Tokuyama just wonders exactly what every single thing about Hawks, why he isn't returning calls. Well, he is his mentor, so I guess it makes sense. And so Deku, at long last, actually falls asleep on the couch, for finally Izuku Midoriya can rest. And now we actually get some more background into it all of Shoto. Because I pointed out something that I haven't really thought about, but it also makes sense. Endeavor may still fight even though he has been hated, but it doesn't change the fact that he has become even more hated now, what Dabi have done. But there's also something that Ada points out, that even Shoto is getting some unjustified hate. Just because he is the son of Endeavor, just as Dabi, the villain, is the son of Endeavor. Meaning that they're probably not different, but Shoto and Dabi couldn't be more different. But the scary thing is that Shoto agrees with that. He has a lot of similarities with Dabi. But he's no longer that person. He's gonna show them that he can be who he wants to be. It is also kind of sweet that he actually put a blanket on Deku. He just solidifies him as a good friend. And the one who actually also says something emotional here is Kyoka Jiro, who points out that this is the same as in the culture festival. A lot of people didn't literally look at them in the same light at all, but they lit a fire in the other's heart through it all. When she says that, she actually pulls in the other bandmates, including Yamamoto from Mikage and Kirishima, Denki. And even Bakugo, who actually pulls in. It is actually a very sweet moment, saying, we're trying to reassure the people and bring smart faces. And she has an idea. It is also one thing that is very worth noting that has been pointed out a lot, but only in this picture it's actually seen extremely strongly. Yamomo is extremely mature looking for her age. She is the same age as them, but with her growing boobs and the body and everything else, she sometimes can look 3 or 4 years older. And surprisingly, when she is standing beside them all here, with her hair down, she actually does look like she is a 20-year-old woman. She looks extremely mature, unlike their mothers. She's even taller than any of the other two guys. So Hyoka is saying that they need to do something. Show them, like they did in the Culture Festival, show them what they're made of. They pulled it off before, and now they're going to pull it off again. Because it's not only about bringing it back the way it was, we're going to work to make the world a better place than before, and we'll do it together, go beyond. And so, even though not everybody is in this room, for some reason I don't see Suyu. I wonder if that's an implication of something. But either way, the Class A have reassured their friendship, and they're strong. They will be the key to change this world. But then we're changing back to the sides of it all as the rest, as the big three is teaming up. They're actually going through information, what they know and what they learned from Garaki, the deranged doctor, is the fact that Shigaraki's body will be complete in 2 months' time, which means that they must destroy him in 1 month time from now on, or something like that. Or at least they have 1 more month to wiggle room or to make their move before everything happens. Or at least that is what they thought. It also seems to imply that All for One wants to steal One for All before Shigaraki's body is complete for some reason. It also says a little bit what's Stain left behind from All Might. It actually turns out to be a twisted love letter. Ugh, I hate Stain. The words said something like, only a true hero might act as the root of this information. The Khalifa, the drowniness, the step. All Might is the only one worthy of my is the only one who's worthy of ending my turf, nor does the crime as for the decision's sense of justice. Well, it's very hard to read what the letter is saying, but it's basically just praising All Might, and basically just saying, is anybody else read this, go to hell. Stain may have given All Might a pep talk, but he is still Stain. This just shows that no, he does not acknowledge any of the other big three heroes. He still considers them fakes, and the only hero he acknowledges is All Might. Despite the fact that it says that the UA students had the fire of it all, that doesn't mean a thing. Stain is still Stain. But it's also implied that it was a chip on the dagger, which may have actually been a cover for it all. It is actually security records from Tartarus. Is that implications supposed to say which one of the jailbreakers that chip is going to say? Or will there be a clue on where All for One is? I don't really know. Either way, it seems to imply that the time to destroy Shigaraki is actually even less here. At first, it seems to imply that they have to move for a month from now on, but now it seems to imply that there's even a greater chance they have to move even faster. But even though for all of Stain's twistiness, he still in a way is aiding the heroes for some reason. Whatever those records is, I'm not exactly sure, but what I do know is Class A is united. They will be the ones to change everything. I don't know what they will do. I don't think they will pull up a music festival or something like that to raise everyone's spirit. But they have declared they're going to do something better now. So the final acts of My Hero Academia, it's slowly here. But the final battle is also upon them. The complete Shigaraki. I really hope we don't see that, because that it will imply no one can stop him. Either way, a heartwarming chapter. And it's nice to see that everyone is united. But you give me your thoughts if you have any.